also lights up. It's been a tough week for television, especially true television. Do you know what true television is?
Murr didn't shout enough racial slurs at the patrons of Central Park, making him tonight's biggest loser.
True TV's most popular show, Impractical Jokers, is getting the worst kind of attention that is possible to get in the modern era. It is in crisis mode as multiple stars of one of their biggest shows, past, present, and future, are facing allegations surrounding their behavior with women, specifically young women.
The comedian denying the allegations and telling E.T. he used poor judgment and as a result have violated the trust of the people I love most.
Ah, fuck. Not the fucking Jokers, are you kidding me? Fuck. Who's tonight's biggest loser? Why don't you tell us? James Murray and Joe Gatto, two of the four main stars, are each being canceled, kind of, for their alleged history with women much younger than themselves. It's very important to note that this is alleged. You can fake shit nowadays, and obviously everyone is guilty until proven innocent, but it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. That's kind of how it is. All allegations. Formulate your own opinions, obviously. We're gonna try to give you the raw stink directly on this Slop 60 episode. Boom, roll the clip. Slop 60, roll the clip. Boom, boom, boom. Raw stink. Ugh! Holy relic. Yeah, it does look really weird, though. I've got to say that this is strange. Half of the top dogs on True TV seem to be, like, weird people, to be honest. For the first time in history, these are not Minecraft YouTubers. These are some of the biggest names in the realm of unscripted comedy, small realm, specifically unscripted comedy television. All four Jokers are top 20 comedians on famous birthdays, with Joe Gatto being number 4, or whatever f***ing value that holds. I believe I'm 21 or something like that in terms of people born on August 29th. And then I'm like in the thousands for everything else. I'm very irrelevant and suck. Big fat dicks. Not literally though, just metaphorically. See? It's not real, but it's like, I'm kind of doing the thing. I tell you what, I'd suck the f***ing skin right off this holy relic.
First, like for the holy relic.
So what exactly did they do? What's happening, my friends, to cause Joe to supposedly check himself into an inpatient treatment facility? That's not funny, I shouldn't laugh. He's got real problems that we're all gonna be exposing today in this video, talking about en masse. Isn't gossip a sin? I believe it's a sin, right? You're talking about someone else's, anyways. My whole channel's built on it. Slop 60. Ah! Who's tonight's biggest loser? Me and you, actually. Especially you. We're gonna go through the timeline of allegations in chronological order to make things easier to understand. So it's very important to note, these are all allegations. We're not siding with anyone here. I'm gonna be making fun of Joe Gatto and these people who are involved, obviously, but like, at the same time, innocent until proven guilty. If somebody's weird and they're not committing crimes, they're just weird, they can be made fun of. Oh well, you know how it is. I don't need to, things can be faked, etc., etc., etc. There's a lot of area of gray in all of this. So make up your own mind. On March 20th, Joe Gatto was accused of SA by TikTok user Juicy B. Here are Juicy B's uploads of the situation. All right, so this is just a video. So after you made you cry, look at you. Yes, what a day. You guys wanted a story time. This is how it started. Also to meet you for sure, comment would be fun. So like, this doesn't seem terrible, right? It's just some DMs. I don't know how old that person is, but. First TikTok is video pictures with her and Joe and their DMs on Instagram. Then she posted a video about her interaction with Joe Gatto changed her perception of celebrities for the rest of her life.
Just got here. There's a lot of people here. I love this man. Just because it smells like the airport spawn. Having a lovely time.
Okay, we've got that video. You get it now. Then she has a picture of a bruise on her bottom, which we're not gonna show this at any point ever, but it's a woman's bottom with a bruise on it, and it says probably going to get this taken down, but here's what he did with his teeth. The teeth is all caps. Teeth! And he's some kind of beast or something to leave a mark like that on somebody. It's crazy that that's on TikTok, of just like bottom, he took a bite out of her bottom. Like, I don't know, that's just crazy, I guess. I assume that's the essay. There's not a lot of information, really. It's very strange and kind of murky. There was a video of her saying the words, "I got assaulted by Joe Gatto," but that was taken down or removed by her or something, but here's a video that has the clip in it.
Comedian Joe Gatto is having one hell of a week, and here's why.
I got sexually assaulted by Joe Gatto.
the Impractical Joker.
However, the TikTok community still seems quite divided on the topic. And what we thought was our confession might have just been fake news.
There's also a 10-minute long story time about the situation.
Since I didn't post a lot of information out there, I just kind of posted some statements, and that can lead to a lot of false information. So I wanted to come out here and share my story right out flat and how it is.
This video, for clarity, has very negative comments talking about her demeanor in the video. People saying that it doesn't seem believable the way that she's talking about it, that it seems like some kind of hookup thing. I don't know. It's very, very, very murky. Once again, I implore you guys to watch and form your own opinions about it.
So I wanted to come out here and share my story right out flat and how it is, and finally get it out there, because I didn't know how to or if it would ever gain attention, and now I have some, so here's my time to shine. Here we go.
But the basics of the 10-minute storytime video are: she met Joe Gatto after meeting him at brunch with her sister and mom.
My first interaction with this man was at brunch with my mom and my sister, and we were all fangirling. We were like, no fucking way. Literally, look.
That night he had a comedy show. He asked her if they were coming, but they didn't know about it.
So while we were over there taking pictures with him, he had asked us if we were going to his comedy show that night. We knew nothing about said comedy show, but we would have gone together. My sister used to live here, and now she lives somewhere else, whatever. She had plans that night, she couldn't go. So I wanted to go with a friend.
She says that she bought 2 tickets, but then he left meet and greet passes at the box office for her.
Here's my Instagram story. Here's the text I sent him, like, crazy to meet you, gonna try and get tickets to your show. Awesome to meet you, for sure come, it'll be fun. Got tickets, trying to find someone to come. Awesome, I'll leave 2 meet and greet passes for you at the box office under your name so you can come back and say hello, have fun. Huh?
This part is a little bit weird because she says she's going to try and get free tickets from him, and it low-key worked, and she told him she bought tickets, which he then responded by saying he'd leave meet and greets.
So I had messaged, said sir, because he had liked my Instagram story and whatnot, so I was like, okay, maybe I can get some free tickets, because I don't know, I've never met a celebrity before. This is literally the first celebrity I've ever met in my life. And it low-key worked.
She then asked the camera, does that mean I got free tickets? I don't know.
So does that mean I have free tickets? That's cool. I don't know if that did or not. Like, I literally didn't know what to do in this situation. I didn't know. That's later in the story. Anyway.
I have no idea if she was lying to him by saying she bought them to try and get the upgrade and use that as a ticket, or if she actually bought the tickets and just got the upgrade from Joe. I'm not 100% sure. It's not clarified. She went to the meet and greet, took photos with Mr. Gatto there.
It's fun, whatever. I did the meet and greet at the end, and I was by myself, so all these ladies let me skip to the head of the line, so I didn't have to wait behind all these, like, families trying to meet this dude. And I skipped to the head of the line and took some pics with dude, and here are the pics. So here's the one. I look really different. My forehead looks low-key really big.
After the show, she went home, got drunk with her roommate, and messaged him.
Went home, and I had a crazy roommate at the time, and so I was drinking, not because of her, just because I was drinking, because I like to drink anyway, and she kind of was half convincing me to do it, like, if you don't do it, you're gonna regret it, like, do it for the plot, blah, blah, blah. So I was drunk, whatever, and then he was texting me all this stuff, and, like, it was starting to get a little weird, you know?
They exchanged some messages about the show, then he turned on vanish mode, and she didn't capture all the messages because she was drunk/partying, but did get the screen recording of his instructions on how to get to his hotel room.
He loved it. Sorry I made you cry, haha. No worries, all good tears anyway, haha. Okay, you look great in the picture, so that's good. Thank you. I think at the start of the picture, though, trying to kind of, let's get around that. That was a little weird, so let's just gonna pretend that didn't happen. So then we get a debatable. Sir, that's not no. Story applies, agree with me. Glad I'm giving you street cred, low-key. And then I'm, like, drunk, and I'm being honest, because it's a celebrity, I don't know how they work, so I'm like, I'd rather have real friends, street cred, just gotta show the people what they missed. What did it say? Fuck yes, what a day. Fuck yeah. Hope the rest of your night is epic. Literally just tell him what I'm doing. So after this, he turns on vanish mode. Also, the sky looks kind of pretty. He turns on vanish mode. So I didn't get much of that, and I was drunk and crazy roommate, so doesn't make the best combination. But I did get the one screen or like picture of my phone of him on vanish mode texting me the instructions to get to his apartment. Not apartment, hotel room.
By the way, Instagram's vanish mode allows users to send disappearing messages, photos, and videos and other content in chat, which disappears when the chat is closed or when someone turns off vanish mode. She said she felt like she was being snuck in like a spy. Someone had to press the button for her on the elevator, and she took a picture or video from inside the hotel, revealing that this was September 9th, 2023 at 2:26 a.m. going to see Joe Gatto in his hotel room.
It was a little, like, he was giving me these weird instructions. Like, I was, like, thinking I was gonna be, like, a stealth, like, spy mode at this point. I walk in the door, somebody opens the door for me, whatever, and they're, like, asking me. Somebody led me to the elevator, and somebody was on the elevator with me and pressed the button. So I don't know what was going on. I don't like to think about it, but anyway. It was, yeah. And then I have pictures in the outside the elevator, like, in the waiting area to go down the hallway. It was the weirdest, like, long, like, I don't know if it was a U shape, but it was like a super long, curvy, hold on. So this is me in the elevator, fancy ass elevator. Me like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, it's a video, but I don't, yeah. Well, I also have like the timestamp down here. I wanted to show that. This is how late it was. This is, I think, when I left. But it was this big ass area. Also, I like this cone. That's kind of funny.
Let's see. Joe Gatto wife. Aw, that sucks. That's sad, you know? That's just unfortunate. She then says that stuff happened and do not meet your favorite celebrities.
Some stuff happened. I don't want to go into the details about everything, but I'm not going to show the picture that I posted on my account before of moi, but it just, like, the things he said, and, like, he was bragging, like, about things, and it was just, I don't want any girl to feel like that, and to don't meet your stars. He wasn't my star, but, like, don't dig your foot where it doesn't belong. Let's just say that.
She also says that this is right after she turned 19 and Joe had gotten back with his wife. Apparently he wasn't with his wife for a while or something like that. I don't really keep up on my Joe Gatto split news information, but there is a Life and Style article kind of explaining it, I guess. I don't fucking know. Impractical Jokers star Joe Gatto and wife Bessie Gatto back together nearly 2 years after split. So maybe he was split, I'm not sure. He reconciled with his wife following 2022. I'm happy and hopeful. Obviously not Joe Gatto. Obviously not. Or at least it doesn't seem so. Allegedly, the situation is getting crazy. Huge, big, giant Joe Gatto Impractical Groomers drama.
Some things I forgot to mention. This was right after I turned 19. And right after he got back together with his wife. He has kids.
Now, the response to these allegations, as one might expect on the internet, are quite mixed, okay? Her comments have people who are very critical, obviously. Some people are calling her a liar or saying, what did you expect to happen going to his hotel at 2 a.m. or that she's chasing or farming clout, using the phrase, here's my time to shine. A lot of haters, A-level haters in the comments. Everywhere, all the time, no matter what you're doing. This comment in particularly hits quite hard. Here's your time to shine while smiling about apparently being SA is crazy. I would agree, that is pretty messed up. But obviously everybody handles things differently, so I cannot confirm or deny my actual real life opinion. People are very critical of how seriously that they should take this, I guess, given her demeanor throughout the video, lacking some level of seriousness. She's laughing, distracting, joking around. She's treating it more like tea than a situation that she was actually a victim in. A lot of comments are saying that it's just a drunk hookup that she regretted after the fact and is now calling SA. Then there's equally as many comments of people talking about victim blaming and that being the reason why women don't come forward, because you're just getting, people love Joe Gatto and they're like, tonight's Biggest Loser, and they make the joke and stuff, and they're just like, yeah, he's he can do whatever he wants, and then they just kind of ignore this type of stuff. Some even pointing out that he's trying to get her to come to his hotel room while she's drunk, which makes it impossible for someone to consent. And that, to me, is a very compelling argument. Take all these infographics, for example, just in case you need to learn about that. I don't know if you guys need to learn about that. A lot of people are talking about how much hate she is getting. When you kind of boil down the situation, like Mike Dro did on X, I guess, he said, Joe Gatto from Impractical Jokers is a 48-year-old man who was married and invited a teenager to his hotel room, but somehow the girl is being judged more than him. This is insane and why women do not come forward. Very true, Mike Dro. That's a very good point. He's an old comedian man. Yeah, that's f***ing weird, regardless. Overall, though, the essay claim is incredibly serious, and this is not something that should be dismissed very easily. We have to wait to see what Joe says, or, you know, how things kind of unfold from here. It looks bad, to be honest. It looks very, very, very bad. At the very least, if the date that she showed from the video inside the hotel is accurate, September 9th, 2023. Joe, on his own Instagram, posted 82 weeks ago on September 2nd, 2023. 10 years ago when we started out, I could have never imagined the absolute crazy ride and highs, lows, and ranges. And he's like getting back with his wife on Instagram, and then it's just like literally a week later. I mean, that's bad. That alone is like really fucking stupid and bad. A lot of likes though, so he's kind of killing it right now, I guess, or back in 2023. According to rumors, the original reason that he separated with his wife was due to his infidelity, which that does track, I'm gonna be honest. And because of this, he'd left Impractical Jokers, and his reconciliation at the end, he talks about forgiveness, which fueled those rumors further, because why would you need to be forgiven if you hadn't done anything wrong? You know, people split and they grow apart or whatever, but rarely does one party need to be forgiven unless that party did something naughty and was a bad, evil bad person, etc., etc. Married, right? That's a different thing. Marriage, it's a commitment, right? I think. Joe Gatto's love note to wife Bessie after reconciliation ironically revives old cheating rumors. And then he's just like, put him up on screen. Dude, I've never really watched Impractical Jokers. I've seen some funny moments. I just hope Sal's okay. I hope Sal doesn't get hit with a rumor. 2 of the 4 have been just getting slogged. So yeah, he just got back with his wife and was posting about it for their 10th anniversary, only to supposedly fall immediately back into cheating, which is just a colossal ironic L. Joe's response to the entire situation and allegations, he reported to Page 6, a very trustworthy news site. I don't know, I have no f***ing idea. He said that he's gonna be taking a break from the public eye. He said, and I quote, "I have used poor judgment, and as a result, have violated the trust of the people I love most." So that right there seems like a vague admittance to infidelity. I feel like that, right? I violated the trust of the people that I love the most. If you violate the trust of the people you love the most, I feel like that means you did something wrong, right? Seems like it. Then he goes on to say, "But anyone who knows me at all knows full well that I wouldn't assault anyone." So the people that know you know full well you wouldn't do that, but what is your own personal, what are you saying though, Joe Gatto? "Working on myself is an ongoing process, and I am now going to take some time away from the public eye to focus my energies where I need to." Okay. AI written response. See, he kind of covered all bases really vaguely and just admitted to infidelity, it seems like, and also said that the people around him know that he would never assault anybody, which he could have also said that he didn't do that unequivocally or something, used a big word like that, but he didn't do that, so I'm not sure what that means. I'd say that's not a very good response, though. In regards to his time away from the public eye, he also made a statement to the New York Post saying that he has checked himself into an inpatient facility, which I think that's when you go somewhere, right? That's when you actually go in somewhere and you live with them or whatever, if you're like a really bad boy. This is all in the aftermath of the accusations, and he's also canceled all upcoming tour dates. If you try to book a show and you try to show up and maybe sneaky link with them, you can't anymore because it's all shut down. All that's over. That business line's closed, dude. So good luck having that. You know. He then said, "Having taken some time to reflect, I've decided to voluntarily enter an inpatient program to continue working on myself. I just want to thank my friends, fans, especially my family for all the support. Never more so than over the last few days." So it seems like he's got a good group of people around him who are supporting him. They believe that he's a good person. He's taking time to reflect. This is a really weird response, I think. This is kind of strange. I'd be like, "I didn't do it if I didn't do it. It's all f***ing lies!" I feel like. If I wasn't guilty, not saying he's guilty or whatever, but that's what I mean, if people say that I think something, let alone a real serious problem, or if people just say like, "You think this is this," and I'm like, "No, I don't think that. You're all wrong about that, you f***er, and here's why." Bing, bing, bing. Ask ChatGPT, write me a response to prove this guy's wrong in the voice of myself. And then it's like, "What is your voice?" And I'm like, I would say, I don't know. That bit's over, I'm sorry. Then, my friends, the unthinkable happened. Mr. President, a second accusation has hit the Joe Gatto tower. Clearly, this is why he's taking time to reflect and things are bad for him, because he knows that the levee's broken and there's no place to run. That's a direct quote from Led Zeppelin's When the Levee Breaks. Oh, God. So, we've got another accusation. This one, not just from a fan, but a former employee who claimed that Joe would harass people on set, and even though she'd met him when she was 15 years old, his behavior shifted once she turned 18. That carries a heavy hand, much heavier than the whole weird link with a 19-year-old that, you know, there's their own allegations there, obviously. They need to be taken seriously. But this is like, I feel like this one's, they're both terrible. They're both terrible. And I really wish he would just say something other than some weird, vague admittance to a problem. Or a non-issue. I don't know what's going on in Joe Gatto's mind. I think he might be tonight's biggest loser, though. This former employee reported her story to People magazine, though she remains anonymous. She says that she began working for Joe before he left Impractical Jokers, and once she turned 18, he became very flirtatious. She claims another employee had warned her in advance that he was flirty, handsy, and makes inappropriate jokes. So this is an anonymous accusation. Her experience with Joe was that he would inappropriately grab her, ask her for back massages, be invited to his room, ask to cuddle, and he would pry into her sex life. And he then claimed that he was in an open relationship with his wife, which is like, you know, the classic thing to do. The old one-sided open relationship claim. When rejected or flirting wasn't reciprocated, Joe supposedly became rude and allegedly emotionally manipulative, leaving the anonymous employee fearing for her job, which that also very bad. There's a lot of levels to this. If you really want to look at it and who's in the wrong here, there's not really a way to look at this and not just kind of lose some respect for Joe Gatto, because it's clear from his own statements that he has been unfaithful to someone he's committed to. That's bad. That's just bad. You should be beaten up a little bit in the public square for that. And I don't mean physically, literally. I mean just like, you, Joe Gatto, you're tonight's biggest loser. That's bad. You know, everybody should make fun of him, whatever. The allegation of SA, way more serious. Needs a lot of thorough investigation and, you know, because that's very serious. I'm not gonna assume that anybody's lying about that. There are a lot of people who are, a lot of people like Joe Gatto. At the very least, he's a kind of a piece of shit for sure. Kind of like at the very least, he's kind of for sure a piece of shit. And that's just not good. I don't like that very much. And now there's just kind of more people coming out. You know, it's post Me Too, he's getting Me Too'd. Post Me Too. Assuming all of this is true, of course, we have to assume that all this is true. These are two women who are much younger than Joe that he's either hooking up with or trying to hook up with while married. Even if only some of it's true, still bad. But like all of it, for the love of God, please, I hope the whatever the, I don't know, I don't want to use the word justice like I'm some kind of like Batman guy or something like that, but like, for real, I hope good comes out of it or something. I don't think any good's gonna come out of it. It's the internet. There's also another Impractical Joker, though with a preference for women younger than himself, James Murray. Tonight's other biggest loser, the bald one from Impractical Jokers, is married to a woman much younger than himself. There is an age difference of 19 years between himself and his 30-year-old wife. He's 143, all right? He's from a blue zone. He's from Okinawa. He's actually Japanese. Little known fact. And this is a real holy relic. All right, guys? You can get one today if you want. Spend more time playing with holy relics and less time, yeah, to be honest, just in general. Be celibate, don't drink, don't drive, don't leave your house, have one friend, hyper-obsess over them, control them. My friend. There's an age difference of 19 years between himself and his 30-year-old wife, and while that relationship, some people would say it's very strange. It's certainly not illegal. I think the age gap thing is it gets real. It used to not be as weird, probably in the early, 1900s or whatever. My mom is 8 years older than my father, so that's fair. I'm a whole month younger than Christina, so she's totally a cougar in this regard. Totally a cougar, all right? For sure. But yeah, that's weird, but it's not illegal by any means. It's not why we're bringing up Murray. In the wake of accusations being levied against his friend Joe, someone has come out with allegations and accusations against him with screenshots that could be faked. Very important, of messages sent to her when she was 16 years old. Oh shit, Murray. What the fuck, dude? Once again, so I have to be super clear. Allegation, massive, big allegation, crazy, bad, really weird. This one's so f***ing weird. It is definitely worth reminding you guys multiple times that their allegations at this point, they're pretty compelling, but according to a now deleted post to the Impractical Jokers subreddit from user PretendCrab9160, they made serious claims about things that allegedly happened back in 2012 and 2013 while she was 16 and Murray was 35. That is a person who is substantially older. Weirdly enough, same age difference as him and his wife. So, the individual claims that she reached out to Murray to say she was a fan and was offered meet and greet tickets, which became all access, and even had dinner with Murray before the show. I had no idea that these people were this famous, by the way. I'm not a huge Impractical Jokers guy. I know about the Biggest Loser thing, and I know Sal. He's like the kind of chubby guy, and he's really funny, and I like him. And I don't know anything about the other guys. I just know they get nervous and they do, I don't know. She went to the after party and was kissed by Murray. That's her claim. She claims they'd continued to meet up whenever he came to London, going to parties and staying with him. Apparently there are videos, but they weren't shared because her friend is indecent. And apparently his management and team were at these parties, and she met girls as young as 15 at these parties doing drugs. So, you know, if you believe in the whole eyes wide shut, Holly weird thing, this is like normal, of course. I would believe it if you're a weird, freak, hedonist, Hollywood person. There's probably a bunch of illegal shit going on at your parties. Maybe I say we check the Epstein lists for one James Murray to see if he might be tonight's biggest loser yet again. How many times can I make the Biggest Loser joke? There's gotta be like a sound effect. Tonight's biggest loser. I don't know how it works though. On the Biggest Loser thing, I'm not sure how it works. It seems there's multiple women accusing him now of being inappropriate while they were minors. There's also a video from TikTok user Fall in 1995 of Facebook Messenger messages allegedly between herself and Murray, where she asked if they could go out when she turns 18. To which the alleged real James Murray responds, "Once you turn 18, email me the same questions and I'll be happy to answer." That is crazy. Email me. That's just insane. Once you turn 18, email me. That's insane. She responds asking if he'll stay single until then, and his response is, "I'll do my best, promise." It's obviously all assuming that these messages are legit, which they seem real, I don't know, dude. But in the screen recordings, when she clicks the name on the profile, which jumps to Murray's Facebook page, there is a quick white flash on the screen, which she attributes to being the page reloading from the About tab back to the Post tab, but it's like a white flash. I don't know, dude. I'm pretty good at telling if stuff's fake, and I'm not an expert, but like, it looks bad. This individual stayed anonymous as well, but has multiple videos on her TikTok showing scrolling through messages or even interacting with the chat to show that it's real and not fake. She also uploaded videos where she recorded calls she received from Murray, and Joe is there too, by the way.
It's Joey and Murr. You didn't pick up. Yes, in the voicemail. How did you send off the voicemail? That's bullshit. You know, because we're not on the air right now, that's why. I've gotten all that, I forgot you. You moved on.
This was back in 2012 or 2013 when this person was 16 or 17 years old, about 13 years ago. So doing some mental math, Murray's current wife, who's 30, would have been 17 years old also in 2013 or 2012. So the guy, he seems like, I mean, that's weird. Is that just a weird coincidence? When did he meet her? But yeah, people are allowed to have wives that are younger than them. That is illegal. It's definitely strange. Can be, at least. I don't know. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, do the other Jokers know? I'm not sure what's going on. Murray has an obvious, repeatable preference with a lot of evidence for younger women, because these screen recordings from fall 1995, she shows a message sent to Murray where she shares that she asked Sal the question, she asked Murray, "Would you go out with me when I turn 18?" and claims that Sal's response was, "He'll go out with you now, trust me." That's what she said, Sal said, which is so fucking crazy. And that seems like something that they would say as like a joke, like a funny joke to each other. "Trust me, he'll go out with you now." And it's like, oh, that's statutory though. That's not funny. That's crime, Sal. That's not funny. That's not a message from Sal that we're shown, just to be clear, but that is an alleged message that may have been said by Sal. I would believe that. It seems like Murray is a kind of a freak. Weirdo. Also, it's easier to believe because there are clips from the show itself back in 2013 of Murray being punished with an art exhibit of a countdown to a girl being legal.
Let's take a look at the first piece.
And Oscar Wilde said, life imitates art far more than art imitates life. And I don't know which side of the coin that falls on. So yeah, there's also more episodes of Impractical Jokers being pulled right now as we speak. They're trying to fix their image. True TV's like, listen guys, we're the biggest loser, to be real, to put all our trust in you weird freakazoids. The whole situation is insane because of how massive these guys are. They've been massive for such a long time. They have such large platforms. They're so beloved by so many people, and they're old. They're older dudes. It's not like they're young, you know, rock stars who are gonna make some mistakes or whatever. These are like old married men. And since they've been famous, they've been pretty old. So just no one's gonna be arrested from this, but it's just like, what the come on. And on top of all that, Joe's voluntary entry to an inpatient treatment center is the absolute most conclusive evidence that something happened with him. And there's a lot of suspicion going on surrounding the claims against Murray due to them coming from anonymous individuals, which there always is. You know, you have to take it with a grain of salt if something is from an anonymous source, because they don't have to get shit on. But when they're not anonymous, like Juicy B, they get shit all over. So, you know, might as well just stay anonymous at this point. The evidence is strong enough with or without a name. Do you really need a name? Plus, it makes sense to me, kind of, when if you have evidence and you have like real proof of something happening, that you would maybe not want the thing you're known for the rest of your life to just be the person who had a negative victim relationship with someone. Like, you don't want to be Monica Lewinsky or somebody else who's famous because of the situation that they were in, an inappropriate situation they were in. So to me, it makes sense. A lot of people just say, well, you're anonymous, which means it's completely valueless. Your claim is completely valueless, but that's just not true. Use logic for a moment and the internet and how unreasonable the internet is. And also just look at Juicy B on TikTok, just getting shit all over for coming forward, but just because people like these people. I mean, you're obviously gonna have built-in haters because a lot of people just don't care at all about this type of stuff anyways. I don't know. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, press the like button, and yeah, hopefully no more drama happens ever again and that stuff. But there's more. There's more. We have more to record tonight on Slop 60. So anyways, go to the Gup Club, watch uncensored versions of these videos. Not really, it's just me saying more. Shit. Go to sour.gg, buy some candy, and yeah, support local farmers. Why not?